a village's defiance against fear and despair. With the creature's retreat that night, a subtle shift occurs. By daylight, the village stirs more purposefully. Though hunger gnaws and fear whispers, some choose to help each other mend broken doors and sweep the drifts from narrow lanes. Their few remaining supplies are inspected and pooled together: a handful of dried mushrooms, a scrap of dried fish, a spoonful of preserves. Amelia sets to carving tiny ornaments from leftover scraps of wood, angels, stars, and bells. Greta hums as she weaves ribbons from old cloth strips, and Yosef, with careful hands, prepares herbs and pine needles to brew something that approximates mulled tea. Amelia sets to carving tiny ornaments from leftover scraps of wood, angels, stars, and bells. Greta hums as she weaves ribbons from old cloth strips, and Yosef, with careful hands, prepares herbs and pine needles to brew something that approximates mulled tea. Their plan: in 2 nights' time, they will hold a small feast. They'll light the largest fire they dare, gather everyone left in the village, and sing old carols, even if half remembered. They'll share every morsel they have, not for show, but to prove that hopelessness has not devoured them completely. Convincing the fearful is not easy. Some mutter darkly that they will provoke Krampus again, but Alaric and his allies remind them that cowering in silence has gained them nothing. "If we are to die, let's face him with faith rather than fear," a voice calls out, and a trembling agreement follows. That afternoon, the sky hangs low and colorless. The villagers set about clearing the center of the square. They gather firewood, carefully hoarded for winter's worst nights. A quiet determination settles. They cannot restore the grand festival of old, but they can kindle its spirit in miniature form. Alaric watches from a window as a neighbor shares her last bit of bread with a sick child. Another family donates their final candle to light the square. Such gestures are small miracles, seeds of hope planted in frosted earth. If Krampus is indeed fueled by despair, he must find their courage a bitter, indigestible meal.